It seems to be the season when partial government shutdowns could be on the cards. In Italy, a partial government shutdown might also be on the cards there too. They are locked in a disagreement with the opposition over the budget. If the package isn't approved by Parliament by the end of the year deadline, public spending would have to revert back to this year's budget. Now, the European Commission wants Italy to cut its economic growth forecast from 1.5% to 1%. Now, it's a complicated situation, but joining me now is Alberto De Filippis from the Italian team to make sense of it. And obviously, this is a complicated situation. Why are the government and the opposition so conflicted?
But first of all, I consider this budget law more as a political stunt because, in fact, in order not to bore to death our viewers, in fact, it's not a fight between opposition and the government, more likely between the government and the European Commission, which is the executive arm of the European Union, and within the government itself, because the government is split in two. The League of Mr. Salvini, which represents the North, and the anti-establishment Five Stars movement, which represents the South. The Five Stars movement had said that we should have a universal income for over 5 million people. In fact, the League, the voters of Mr. Salvini say, we don't have this money. And so it's a paradox in the Western world, but the real opposition is within the government and not between government itself and the opposition, which cannot do anything because tomorrow, when we will probably vote, the government will put the vote of confidence, and they have so many MPs more than the opposition, they will certainly win.
So now that's interesting there. So yeah, picking up on that then, we're talking obviously about partial shutdowns. In the US, obviously that's going on, but do you think in Italy it's likely to come to pass?
In order to understand what a partial shutdown in Italy is, we don't have exactly a shutdown, but it's more for 4 months. It means that for 4 months there will be partial administration, and then the government goes on with discussion with the opposition and within the parliament. If they don't find an agreement within at the end of this period, they will procrastinate again for month until they find an agreement.